Okay, so the first aspect is going to be the theory aspect, followed by the practical aspect. After the practical aspect, then we'll go to question and answer aspect. Those are the three aspects we are going to have today. So the first aspect is the theory aspect, where we are going to talk about everything you need to know about Excel, the theoretical aspects of Excel. We are going to talk about that. After that, we'll move to the practical aspect. After the practical aspect, we move to question and answer aspect. So if you have any question, kindly type it in this chat, in the chat, so that I can answer you. So welcome to the Ultimate Excel webinar. So in this webinar, you are going to experience the effectiveness of Excel in 1 hour. That is the practical aspect. So we are going to use 1 hour for the practical aspect, then another 1 hour for the theory aspect. So you are going to experience how Excel works in 1 hour. So before I start, how many of us are new to Excel? If you know you are new to Excel, just type in I'm new to Excel. But if you are not new to Excel, then type in I'm used to Excel. So which one are you? Are you a beginner, or which one are you? How many people are new to Excel? Okay, you're a beginner. I'm new to Excel, a beginner. Okay, so intermediate. Okay, I'm new to Excel. Oh, I'm used to Excel. Wow. Okay, beginner. Okay, intermediate. Okay. Okay, now I can see that I used Excel. Okay. Okay, we have a lot of new and intermediate here. We have a lot of new and intermediate, a lot of new and intermediate. So that's fine. That's fine. We are all here to learn. So I'm very sure we are going to learn one thing or the other today. So let's move forward. Let's move forward. So about the Ultimate Excel webinar. The Ultimate Excel webinar is designed to give you the foundational knowledge and hands-on experience you need to master these essential tools. So the reason why we set up this webinar is to give you the foundational knowledge of Excel, to give you the basic foundational knowledge of Excel. So we are going to guide you through the basics of Excel, including how to navigate the interface and edit spreadsheets and perform basic calculation. So you'll also learn how to use advanced feature like sorting and filtering, creating charts and graphs, and working with multiple worksheets. So we are going to do interactive exercises. So we are going to start with real life exercise. You are going to see me doing a lot of calculation right with Excel. So after this training, I promise that immediately you leave this class now, you can at least do 1 or 2 things with Excel. You'll at least be able to do 1 or 2 things with Excel. So let's move forward. Let's move forward. Now about the host. Who is this host? Who am I? My name is Sani Akim Abiodun. I'm a computer instructor and also a digital marketer. Sorry. So last year alone, I worked with Digital World. So last year alone, Digital World was able to train more than 750 students, both online and offline. So we do online and offline training. And last year alone, we were able to train more than 750 students. So we train people and organization on Microsoft Office packages, because currently, if you go to, how many of us knows LinkedIn? If you know LinkedIn, let me know. How many of us? How many of us? If you know LinkedIn, yes, you know LinkedIn, right? So yeah, okay. Now, if you go through most of the vacancies on LinkedIn, the main reason why we even come up with this Excel stuff is because of this LinkedIn stuff. Because we actually scroll through a lot of vacancies that most of these companies are looking for. A lot of skills that they are looking for, and they need someone with tech skill, like a little bit of Microsoft Office skill. So they will demand you to have Microsoft Word skill, Microsoft PowerPoint, and most especially Microsoft Excel. Microsoft Excel. Microsoft, that is one of the most crucial things they'll ask if you are seeking for a job. If you go to LinkedIn to go and search, you will definitely see Microsoft Excel in one of those requirements. In one of their requirements, you'll always see Microsoft Excel. Even if you are a basics, they don't care. They just need you to have a knowledge on Microsoft Excel. That's why we actually come up with this webinar to train people. I know a lot of people are not looking, some people are not looking for job, but in this life, the life, every business, for a business to be successful, you need a good data, right? Every business depends on data. Without data, no business can survive, because you need to, okay, let's say, for instance, you are into buying and selling, right? If you are into buying and selling, you need to know the numbers of things, the numbers of products you bought, that is, you import in, and the numbers of products that has been purchased, right? Those are data. You will enter it somewhere. Now, gone are those days where you'll be entering all those things in a paper. Gone are those days. I've been to a lot of people, a lot of places where I ask their students, like, for instance, I've been to some schools, some universities that I ask some students that are studying accounting, economics, I ask them if they have knowledge of Excel or computer. So they said they don't. So that got me thinking that, is it that they think after they graduate, they are going to be using paper and pen to work? I don't know. I don't really know if that's what's their mind. I don't really know. Because as it is now, you need to have basic knowledge of Excel. So last year, we trained people based on Microsoft Office packages and digital marketing. But this year, we've moved further. We actually have expanded our courses. So it's not only Microsoft Office, it's not only Microsoft Office packages and digital marketing. We are training a lot of other courses this year. So in 2022, we were able to train 150 students physically and more than 500 students online with 2 organizations. So we are at it again this year. Now let's quickly move forward about the Institute. Now, Digital World is an online learning platform with the aim of making the tech skill affordable and very accessible for everyone. Like now, how many of us believe that we are lagging behind in this tech industry? If we believe that Nigeria, as a Nigerian, or Africa in general, that we are lagging behind in this tech industry, just let me know. How many of us believe that? I'm still waiting. How many of, yes, we are lagging behind seriously. So now, yes, now, the reason why why we think, or why we are lagging behind in this tech industry is because it's not everybody that can afford to go to computer school. It's not only financially. Some people have the money, but they don't have the time. Some people, they have the money, right? If you want to charge them 500K to learn computer, they are ready to pay, but they don't have the time, right? Meanwhile, some people don't have they have the time, but they don't have the money. They don't have the money to pay. They don't have the money. Imagine charging 60, 70K just to learn Office productivity, Office packages alone, Microsoft Word, Excel, PowerPoint, charging 80, 90K just to learn that one alone. How many people can afford it? Well, the numbers of people that can afford it, did they really have the time? Are you getting me? So did they have that time to go through it, to be coming every single day? Of course, it's not everybody that has that time. So since it's not everybody that has the time, that's why we come up with this online learning platform whereby people can go through because it's at their own leisure time, right? They can be in their room or on their bed and be going through the courses and be having classes. Do you get? So right now, you might be in your house, on your bed, or right in your office, or anywhere, but you can hear me, right? You can hear me, you can see what I'm doing. So that is why you can see that now, computer skill, we are trying to make it very accessible and affordable for everyone. That is why we come up with Digital World. Now, our mission is to make computer education very accessible and affordable to all Nigerians and Africa in general. So that is that about that. Now, let's move forward to the reason why we are here today. I'm super excited because we actually make it down to this place. A lot of people are actually in the group, but for us to make it down here is actually a great commitment. So, thank you very much. So now, this is the point where we need to sit right, where we need to learn. I think you've known a little bit about this organization. Now we need to focus on the reason why we are here today. So exactly, what is Microsoft Excel? What exactly is Microsoft Excel? So now, a lot of people think Microsoft Excel is something that's very hard. I'm going to break everything down for you here today. Excel is not hard at all. Excel, in fact, Excel is one of the simplest software that you can come across. It's one of the simplest. It's not so hard. For some people that they've been feeding you with wrong information that Excel is hard, Excel is hard. Excel is very, very simple. So Excel, Microsoft Excel is a spreadsheet program used to record and analyze numerical and statistical data. They use it to record and analyze numerical and statistical data. So Microsoft Excel provides multiple features like, so you use Excel for calculation, use it for pivot tables, use it for graph, and use it for macro programming. They are all simple, they are not so hard. Do you get? As time goes on, you'll be getting familiar with it. You'll be getting more and more closer to it. For those of us that are still new, just keep on following me. You'll get it now. I will explain this definition for you now. So now an Excel spreadsheet can be understood as a collection of columns and rows that forms a table. Now, all that, I'm coming back to that. If you see right here, I said an Excel spreadsheet can be understood. An Excel spreadsheet can be understood as a collection of columns and rows that forms a table. How many people? I hope everybody can hear me. Christina said, is it her that? Okay, Christina said our network is very bad. How many other people are having the same issue? Can you all hear me loud and clear? Okay, I have Dr. Okay, fine. An Excel spreadsheet can be understood as a collection of columns and rows that forms a table. Excel spreadsheets. Now, alphabetical letter, if you see here, alphabetical letter are usually assigned to column, and numeric and numbers are usually assigned to row. The point where a row and column meet is called a cell. The address of a cell is given by the letter representing column and number representing a row. Okay. Now, for those of us that are new, this definition might seem so long or something, but let me break it down for you. Let's go to Excel now. So let's go to Excel. Okay. A blank workbook. So right now, as you can see, this is an Excel spreadsheet. Now, in that definition, we heard that I said Excel spreadsheet is made up of what? Rows and columns that forms a table. Now, let's break it down. This is a row, this is a column. This is a column. All these are column, while all these are row. We have all these things are called row, right here. Now you have column A, column B, column C, column D, column E. Till that. Now you have row 1, row 2, row 3, row 4, row 5, row 6, and more like that. You have a lot, right? Now, the point where row and column meet is called a cell. The point where a row and column where they meet is called a cell. Now, I can call this cell A1. Like you see, like we said, like I said in this definition. Let me quickly go back there. You see, the address of a cell is given by letter, right? Representing the column and number representing a row. So now, since we know that it is number that is representing a row and alphabet is representing a column. So now we have cell A1. Do you get cell A1? For those of us that are still new, this is cell A and this is row 1. Cell A1. Now I'm in cell A1. This is column B, row 1. Now I can say I'm in cell B1. This is column C, row 4. I can say I'm in cell C4. Did you get that now? Did you get that? Yes or no? Did we get this? Did we get it up to this point? Yes, okay, it's fine. You can see that Excel is very, very simple. Now, here I have column D, row 5. This is D5. Okay, let's move forward. I hope this definition is cleared now. This definition is super clear. I've been able to break it down for you. Everything that you see on Excel spreadsheets now is made up of column and row, which forms a cell. That is what's made up, and collection of column, a lot of column. That is what forms a spreadsheet. A spreadsheet is where Excel store your information. We are going to get there now. Apart from that, why do you think you need to study Excel? Why should I study Excel? Now, out of all other software, why is Excel one of the most important things to study? Why is it one of the most important skill to have? Why do you think a lot of companies are seeking for people with Excel skill? So now I'm going to tell you, do you know that a lot of business survive with data? For business to make a progressive decision, they need to have data. Now, it's easier for companies to give out their graphic design job. It's easier for companies to give out their web design job, but it's not so easy for companies to give out their data. Do you get it? Okay, now let's take, for instance, you have a company. Let's say you are producing something. How many of you will look for external company or external, apart from auditing? Let's say you are not doing auditing now. You want to enter your data, your sales, your monthly income in Excel spreadsheets. How many of you will look for external people to import, to enter it for you, to help you do the calculation? How many of you will look for external people, that is people that are not in your business, people that don't even know about your business, people that can expose your business to the world? How many of you will like to give out your data, your company's data, to that person? Is it possible? Is it possible for a company to give out their data to external people to enter it for them? Yes or no? No, right? Since it is no, they need someone within. They need someone that they can trust. They need someone that they've been working with, right? Data are very, very sensitive. They need someone that are within the organization. That is why they need you to have the Excel skill. Because even if you want to study data analysis, you need to start from somewhere. You can't just say you want to study data analysis and go and start from SQL. It's not possible. You start with basics. You start with Excel. You need to start with Excel. Now, that is for company. Let's bring it to our daily life now. That is for company. Let's bring it to our daily life. Now, like you see here, we all deal with number in one way or the other. That is so sure. Or is there anybody that doesn't? We all have daily expenses that we pay for from our monthly income that we earn. Or okay, let me ask, is there anybody that does not spend a dime? Let's even say 1 naira every single day. Let's say I don't spend money every single day. Is there anybody here? Is there someone here that doesn't spend money? If you know you don't spend money every day. If, okay, one person said no. I'm still waiting for others though. If you know you don't spend money, we spend on daily basis, right? Since you spend on daily basis, now for you to spend wisely, you will need to know your income versus your expenditure, right? Income is the money that is coming in. Expenditure are the ones that are going out. Hope you get that. The moment your income, the moment your expenditure is greater than your income, then you will not have savings, because I don't know how you are going to survive. Let's say you are earning 50,000 and you are spending 70,000. Please, are you going to survive? It's not so possible. It's not possible. Your income must be greater than your expenditure. So how can you calculate this in your daily life? How can you calculate it? Now, you can, gone are those days where you'll be using paper and pen. I don't know. These days, again, they don't use paper and pen. It's not possible. It's not possible for you to be using paper and pen. It's not possible. Microsoft Excel comes in handy when you want to record data, analyze and store numerical data. Microsoft Excel is one of the best. So now let's use, since we are talking about our income, now let me show you an example of how Excel works. Now, this is Mr. A salary. Let me just call it salary schedule. So this is Mr. A salary schedule. Now, this is the month column. This is the income column. Then this is the expenditure column. Now, let me quickly merge everything together. So let's resize it. Let's make everything bold. And let's increase the size of everything so that everybody can see it. So now, I hope you all can see that. Let me zoom it in a little bit. Okay. Now, Mr. A is receiving a salary of, let's say 70,000 per month. So now, this is for the month of January, right? Mr. A received 70,000. And his expenses for that month of January, was, let's say he spent 40K, or let's say 35K. So now we need to add savings right here. We need to have savings. So you need to add savings, but I won't calculate that right now. Let's move forward. Let's go to February. Let's go to February. So for the February, the same amount, right? 70K. And for February, let's say because of election, the expenses increase. So it's increased to, let's say, 45,000, right? For the month of March, collect 70,000 naira. Then you're not seeing it. Wow, I'm sharing my screen now. Yeah, I'm sharing my screen. Who else cannot see my screen? Who else? I hope you all can see my screen. Can you all see my screen? Yes or no? I can see it. Okay, fine. Now, for the month of March, the income decreases a little bit to, let's say, now to 40,000. To 40,000. Now, at the end of March, Mr. A wants to calculate his income, his savings quarterly. That is, every 3 months, he will be calculating how much he has in savings, right? That is for Mr. A. Now, we need to calculate our income minus expenditure. That is how you get your savings. If you want to know how much you are saving by the end of every month, after removing all the money you spend, right? The remaining one is your savings. After removing all your expenses, the remaining one is your savings. That is the amount you have in your savings. So now, since Mr. A collected 70,000 and spent 35K, now let's see how much we have in savings. Excel will do this for you. You don't need to have a calculator. You don't need to start looking for calculator everywhere. It's very, very easy. Excel will be the one to do it for you. I'll just say equals to, right? Equals to 70,000, right? Minus 35,000. Then I press enter. Now I have 35,000 naira. I have 35,000 naira. If I double click it down, Excel will do the rest for me. So in fact, if we have 100 lists, Excel will just fill it for you. Do you get this now? This is how Excel has helped us to calculate our savings. It's very easy. Now, if I want to calculate the total savings, all I just need to do is call AutoSum. Optional, you are not seeing my screen. I don't know what could be happening now. Maybe you should log out and sign in again. Maybe you are going to see it. I'm sharing my screen now. I'm sharing my screen. How did I add or subtract? I subtract. Okay, let's do it again. Let's do it again. Let's do it again. Okay, now I'm going to say all our formulas start with what? Equals to 70,000 minus 35,000. Now you can see I'm selecting the cell reference. I'm going to show you why. I'm going to show you why I'm selecting this cell reference. I should zoom out. Okay. Coming. Let me zoom out a little bit. Is this okay or is too small? Okay, if this is okay by you. Now, that is how to calculate, how to centralize Mr. A's salary schedule. Okay, I'm coming. We'll do it again. So let's get to the question and answer. Just write it down. Write it down. Once you get to the question and answer section, please ask me. I'm going to redo it. So don't let us waste much time because we still have another practical to do. This is just a basic practical. Now we have this, right? We've calculated it. Now we want to calculate it. You can only see from only G. How? Why do you reduce the screen? Someone said I should zoom out. Is this okay now? Is this okay? I hope everybody can see from A now. You can see from A. Someone says she can only see from G. Can you all see from A? Okay, fine. Now let's calculate this one quarterly. Let's calculate. Okay, let's calculate when she says she meant I should make it bigger. Okay, is this okay? Okay. Yeah, you can rotate your screen, please. Now, let's calculate everything. Let's calculate it quarterly. Now, we need to calculate this. This is where Excel becomes very, very handy. All you just need to do is use AutoSum, and the keyboard shortcode. Is called AutoSum. You use Alt and equals to. We give you AutoSum. Just press enter. It's going to calculate it for you. This is 90K. This is 90K. That's for the month of January, February, March, Mr. A was able to save 90K. Is that cool? Are we getting value? Are we getting value? Yes or yes? Okay. Now you can see the reason why Excel becomes very handy, why Excel is one of the most important skills you need to have. While Excel is one of the most important things you need to have. And it's not as hard as many people think. It's not hard at all. So now let's move forward. Importance of MS Excel in our daily life, in our daily and business life. Number one is easy arithmetic solution. You can see right now how we use it to calculate, how we use it to do subtraction and addition. And there are still a lot of things that we can use Excel to do. You can see it now. Then another one, it brings all your data in one place. You don't need to have your data in one place, have another one in another place. You can have everything in one place. Let me quickly show you something. Let me move out of this place. Let me move out. Let me show you something. Let's see this one. Let's open it. Now you can see that I only opened one file. Right in this file, you can see I have this one and I have another sheet right here. I have sheet 1 and I have another sheet right here. I hope you get that now. I have sheet 1 and I have another sheet right here. Now let's open another one so that you can see. You can see that in just one place, in just one file, I have a lot of data. Let this one open. You can see I have this one, I have this one, I have this one, I have this sheet, I have this sheet, I have this sheet. You see how it's easy for me to just be opening all those data. They are all in one workbook, just here. See how Excel makes it easy to bring all your data in one place. It makes it very easy. You can have a lot of data just in one place. That is that. So let's move forward. It's easier for business analysis. You can analyze your business. It's so easy for you to analyze your business. It's so easy. We are going to use it to do one calculation now. Another one is all the tools for data analysis. There's nothing you want to do about data analysis that Excel does not have. Excel has almost all the tools. Do you want to do data cleaning? It's there. Data visualization is there. Name it. Everything is right there for you to use in Excel. Another one is data visualization. It's so easy for data visualization. You can use charts. You have different type of charts that you can use. You have a lot of charts. You have pie charts, you have column, you have bar charts, you have a lot. I can't even remember all of them. There are a lot of charts that you can work around with in Excel. So let's move forward. Basic Excel terminologies. Now, if you are ready to learn Excel, you are going to be coming across some basic terminologies. in Excel. That is some words in which you've seen me mentioning some of them. Now, the first one is a cell. I've explained a cell for you. It's the building block of worksheet. Now, all the worksheets are made up of cell. That's what made them up. Like, let's open Excel now. Let's open this Excel. You can see all these spreadsheets now are made up of Excel, of a cell. You can see they are all made up of a cell. It's the building block of a worksheet. Now let's go back again. The next one is a range. Range is the collection, is any collection of cells. Now let's come here to this worksheet now. To this worksheet. So now in this worksheet, I said collection range is a collection of a cell. That is, if I select from here downward to this place, this is a range. This is a range. Is a collection of a cell. Is a collection of a cell. You can see if I select this, is a range. Since it is not only one is called a cell. The moment it's becoming 2, 3, 4, then it has become a range. Don't mix it up. I hope you all get that now. Let's move forward. Another one is a worksheet. We've all seen worksheets. A worksheet is where Excel stores all your text, numbers, and formulas. Each worksheet can contain as many as it is subject to your computer. You can have a lot of worksheets. You can have a lot of worksheets in one workbook. Let's see it. Like you see right here, you have, this is sheet 1, this is sheet 1, this worksheet 2, this is worksheet 3. Worksheet and spreadsheet, they are the same thing. This is another sheet, this is another sheet. I hope you all can see that now. You can have as many sheets as you want in one workbook. Now, what is workbook? This is a workbook. It's an Excel file. This is an Excel file. This is an Excel file. So this is a workbook. This is a workbook. Now, your worksheet, a workbook can contain as many spreadsheets as possible. Are you getting that now? Are you getting that? Yes or no? Now, a workbook is simply another name for your Excel file. Simple as that. Then after that, we have something called ribbon. A ribbon is the graphical menu interface for commands you can perform. Commands are organized into different tabs and group within a tab. So now let's break this down. We have a ribbon, and we said a ribbon is the graphical menu interface for commands you can perform, right? Now, commands are organized into different tabs and group within tabs. Now, let's go to Excel. Now, as you can see right here, these things that you see here, they are called tab. From home, insert, page layout, formula, data, review, view, and help with Power Pivot. It's not all of you that will have Power Pivots, don't worry. So, and all this, they are called a tabs. Now, for this tab, we have commands that are called ribbon. These are commands that are called ribbon. Now, they are the tools that you use to work. It's like if you are going to school or you are going to work, the way you normally carry probably your laptop, your pen, and all those are the tools that you work with. The same thing in the Excel, these are the tools that you work with. They are called ribbon. Now, they are not divided like you see here in this definition. Let's go back there now. They are organized into different tabs, right? And groups within the tabs. Now, these are the groups. Now, if you see, they are all organized into a section. Now, we have, if you look down here, we have a clipboard section. We have the font section. You have the alignment section. You have number and others. all here under Home tab alone. If you go to Insert, you have another section and another ribbon. Entirely, you have different one. If the same thing with page layout, the same thing with formulas, the same thing with data. I hope you are getting that now. Now, let's quickly move forward. Now, after that, we have functions. Functions are the things that takes input and help you return a calculated value to a cell. Now, just like an addition that we did the other time, it's called a function. Those are Excel functions. Do you get? Now, Excel has many functions available, such as the date function, the logical function, the text, the lookup, and the reference function, the statistical, and the math function. Now, those are the functions. They call them Excel functions. Do you get? Like the addition that we did now, that we did earlier, it's an Excel functions. Another one is the formulas. You have Excel formula. So Excel formula is an expression built with Excel function. So it's an expression built with Excel function. Now, we all know that all our formulas are built with functions. Now, we have the sum formula, which are built with addition function. We have the product formula. You have a lot of formulas, right, that are built with function. Is either a formula is a date function, is a date formula, a logical formula, a text formula, a lookup formula, reference formula, statistical or math formula. They must belong to one place. Are you getting value? Is this class boring? Yes or no? If it is boring, say yes, the class is boring and I'm not getting any value. But if you are getting value, let's get ready. Say, I am ready. Are you ready to go a little bit deep into Excel? Someone said no. You are not ready. Okay, you are ready, right? Let's move forward. Let's move forward. Let's move forward. Let's move forward. Now, we've talked about the basic terminologies there, but there are still advanced basic terminologies that you come across. One of them is called table. One of them is called a table. Excel table are containers for your data. Now, what Excel table does is they are telling Excel that all this data that you mark together, they are all related. Now, let's go to Excel. Let's go to Excel. Like you see now, as Excel is seeing this data, Excel is just recognizing it individually. Excel does not know, maybe they are related or they are not. You are the one that are just looking at it, that you know that, okay, now all these data are related. But to Excel, Excel does not know if they are related or not. Excel does not know if they are all related or not. You need to tell Excel that, yes, all these data are related. That is by putting it in a table. That is by putting it in a table. The moment you put it in a table, you are telling Excel that, okay, now these data, they are all related. Like you see here, the definition as the table showed Excel that all the data in the columns and row you have marked are related. So it's a big time saving. First, you get a lot of list related feature automatically. And second, when you add row, all format and formula you added, all formulas are added automatically the moment they are in a table. So if you use one formula, you use one formula and you enter it in a table. So the moment you add a new data, automatically, if it is in a table, Excel will add those formula. You can see this is an example of a formula or of a table. Now let's move forward. We have another thing called pivot table. A pivot table is a powerful tool that you use to calculate, summarize, and analyze data that lets you see comparison patterns and trends in your data. So in pivot table, is what you use to analyze your data mostly. You use pivot table to analyze your data. If you are just getting started, use pivot table a lot. That is by using pivot charts. Then before you use pivot charts, you put it in a pivot table. So you can use it to analyze your data. If you want to see the top 10, there are ways to do that also, but with pivot table, it makes it much more easier. Do you get it now? Now, let's move to another one. Another one is called Power Query. Power Query is an ETL software. It's still part of Excel. But it has its own special window. What did I mean by ETL? ETL means extract, that is, it extracts data, that is, it gets data from external source, it transforms the data and load it into Excel. Now, most people, or mostly, what we use Power Query to do is we use it for data cleaning. We use it to clean data mostly. That is what a lot of people use this Power Query for. Now, for those of us that are intermediate, how many of us have heard of Power Query before? If you've heard of Power Query, how many of us has heard of Power Query? And we've used it. Is there anyone here that has heard of? I haven't. I have, but have you used it? Abdul, I haven't. So how many of us has used Power Query? For those of us that said they have, okay, you've used Power Query, right? Use it. Okay. I think I have only 2 or 3 people that said they've used Power Query, right? So you use Power Query mostly to do a data cleaning. So now let's move forward. Now is the time for the practical aspects. How many of us are ready for the practical? If you've been enjoying this class so far, tell me, let me know. Just say, I'm enjoying the class and I'm ready for the practical. How many of us are ready for this practical? See me, you are enjoying the class, right? Enjoy and ready. Okay, ready for the practical. Okay, let's do it, right? Let's do it. We can do it. Okay, now Excel. Don't let anybody tell you that Excel is hard. And another thing, don't let anybody deceive you that they are going to teach you everything about Excel. Because, number one, they normally update Microsoft Office packages every time. It's every time they normally update it. If you were using 2016 Excel, there is a formula called XLOOKUP. It's not available there. But in 2021, we have XLOOKUP. You have unique formula. There are a lot of formula. So it depends on the type of system that the person is using to train you. Do you get? So it depends on the type of Microsoft Office packages the person is using to train you. So don't let anybody tell you that they will show you everything about Excel. Nobody can. Even though computer, as you see, they are updating it every single day. Do you get? So you can't learn everything about computer because they are updating it every single day. So you just have to keep yourself up to date. Just keep on updating yourself every single time. So without talking too much, let's move forward to the practical aspect. So let's do 1 or 2 practical before we go to the question and answer section. So I'm going to clear this content right now. I want to show you one formula. The formula is called if. For those of us that have been using it. So let me quickly show us one basic formula. Come here. Let me show you how powerful Excel is. How powerful Excel is. Now, do you see? Let's say this is a company. This is my company, and in this company, okay, let's just assume that okay, this is December time during festive period. We are giving out. We are doing a lot of promo. So in this promo that we are doing for this month, anybody that orders above 20, from 20 and above, they will get extra 10. They will get extra 10. That is, if you order 20 and above, okay, let's say 10 is too much. Let's say 10 is too much. Let's come to the reality. Let's say 5. If you order 20 and above, you are going to get extra 5. So our aim is to make people to buy more than from 20 and above. So if they buy 20 and above, they are going to get extra 5. So now let's use a formula. For example, now these are all the orders, right? So now let's know the number of, let's add the 5 to those people that are qualified. Do you remember I said 20 and above? Anybody that order a product of a quantity, the other quantity of 20, that is starting from 20 and above, they are going to get extra 5. Who doesn't understand this explanation that I just made now? Do you all understand the explanation? Yes or no? Do you all understand that explanation? Okay, it's fine. So now let's move forward. So I say, someone said no. Now, this is a company, right? In this company, anybody that order this particular product from 20 upward, that is, if you order 20 upward, that is, if you order quantity, that's, let's say I'm selling pen. Now, if you order 20 of that pen, I'm going to give you extra 5 as your December promo. So if you order 20, I will give you extra 5. Now, let's say, now you've ordered, these are all the orders that my staff gave me. Now I need to know the number of people, like I need to add, for those people that are qualified, I need to add extra 5 for them. But if you look at this data, right now, you see how, do you see how much, how do you see the, how it is? I think we got up to 500 people right here. More than 500, like you see, we have more than 500. So it's not going to be so easy for me to be selecting. Okay, let's say, okay, this one got 23 plus 5. This one, okay, this one. How long is that going to take me? It's going to take me over a week to finish everything, right? So, but Excel can do that for me. I'll just say equals to, if, right? I press my tab. My logical test. If you remember, I said more than 20, right? 20 and above. So if this particular cell is greater than or equals to 20, do you get that now? It's greater than or equals to, that is, if it is greater than or it is equals to 20. Now, what should happen? Now, if you see right here, I've written my logical test. If the value is true, what should happen? So if the value is true, then I want Excel to add 5 to that end. But if you see right here, I am in cell J2, right? So for those of us that are just getting familiar with Excel, that are just getting started with Excel, I'm not going to select, I'm not going to keep on selecting this particular cell. I'll just write it there. Now, if you see, this is cell J2, column J, row 2. That is where I select. Now, if the value is equals to or is greater than 20, what should happen? Then I'll say J2, right? Then plus, what is the promo? They are going to get extra 5, right? J2 plus 5, comma, right? Now, if the value is not true, that if they did not meet up to that criteria, what should happen? So there's a way you can just write null. But let's say J2, right, plus 0. That is, if they did not meet up to that criteria, Excel should add 0 to them. So let's close the bracket and press enter. So as you see, this person meets the criteria. That is, the person in this particular cell meets up that criteria. That is why I have 28. If you see 23 plus 5 will give us 28. Now let's see if other people will meet the criteria. So instead of me doing it one by one, I'll just come here, copy, double click, and Excel will automatically fill it for me. Now if you see right here, this person meets that criteria, 29 plus 5, it gives me 34. This one does not meet up to that criteria, it gives it back 19. This one does not meet up to that criteria, it gives back 6. Now for these ones that they meet up to criteria, it's add 5 to them. Are you enjoying this? Are you enjoying it? Yes or no? Should we continue? Yes, right. Let's continue. Let's do one more thing before we get to the question and answer. Now, let's say for those people that order 20 and above, they will get, someone said you are lost. B, are you lost? Don't worry, just write your question down. We are going to the question and answer section now. You are going to ask your question. Now, let's try it in another way. JK is equal to J2 is equal to J2 is equal to JK2K. Hey, how are you going to get the recorded? Please wait. I will do it. Just write your question down. Write your question down. Once we get to the question and answer section, if you tell me to redo it, I'm going to redo it. But now we are in the practical section. Just follow along. Do you get? Write your question down. Once we get to the question and answer section, I'm going to redo everything for you. But now just write it. Just write it down. Just write it down. Remind me once I get to this question and answer section, I will redo it. Now, let's move forward. Let's say people that order 20 and above, let them get face cap, right? Now, for those people that order below 20, what do you think we can give them? What do you think we can give them? So if people that order 20 and above, they get face cap, what about below 20? What do you think we can give them? Suggest. Kyoda. Someone said Kyoda. Okay. Any other suggestion? Oh, we should go with Kyoda. Hey, is this screen record? Exercise book. Zobo. Handband. Okay. A pen. Okay. Any other suggestion? Black handkerchief. Okay, eraser. Okay. So let me choose one. I'm going with Christiana. So let's go with handkerchief. 2. Who's that 2? iPhone Pro Max. Well done. So those people that order above 20, they should get a car, right? Yeah. How many iPhone Pro Max are you going to buy? So let's call this bonus, right? let's call this bonus. So now, for those people that orders above 20, they will get face cap. For those people that orders below 20, they are going to get, let's go with Christiana. They are going to get handkerchief. So you can use anything though. It doesn't have to be what I use. It doesn't have to be what I use. You can use whatever you like. Do you get? You can use whatever you like. So I'll say equals to, right? If equals to if, right? Press my tab. So my logical test, we are going back there. Anybody below 2 should get to. No, we want to give them a physical product now. Let's say another thing like face cap or handkerchief. So, if this person, the person in this cell J2 is greater than, sorry, you have to start with greater than or equals to 20. That is my logical test. Now, if the value is true, that is, if the person meets the criteria, what should I give them? So I'm giving them FISCAP. Now, if you look at this, I put it in a quotation mark because it is a text. It is a text. I put it in a quotation mark. So if I put then comma, if the value is false, we are giving them handkerchief. They should go and be using it to clean their sweat, right? So if the value is false, that is, if they do not meet up to the criteria, they are going to get handkerchief. Now, don't forget quotation mark. Sorry. Does not allow me, so it has helped me to fix it. So I don't want Excel to help me to fix it. I'll put it. So my quotation, you put your quotation mark there, right? You put your two quotation mark, that's the opening quotation mark and the closing quotation mark, then you close your bracket and press enter. Now, if you see Excel, this person makes the criteria, this person is getting FISCAP. If I click it down, so this one does not meet the criteria, it's getting handkerchief. This one does not meet the criteria, it's getting handkerchief. So this one meets the criteria, they are getting FISCAP. Are you getting it? So let's move forward. Let's move forward. Now, we've seen the number of people that we get FISCAP. We've been able to categorize them into FISCAP and handkerchief. Now, we need to know the number of FISCAP we are going to print and the number of handkerchief we are going to print. So, okay, I'm going to repeat it. Just give me time. So now we want to know the number of FISCAP, right? So I'm going to insert another one here. So FISCAP, we write the answer in front. Handkerchief, we want to know the number of FISCAP to print and handkerchief. So I'm going to merge these ones together. Let me merge it. So I will write printing here. So we want to know the number of FISCAP to print and the number of handkerchief we need. So this one will be how to input the formula. I'm coming back to that. So this will be FISCAP, right? And this will be handkerchief. So right now there's another formula called count if. So I'll say equals to count if tab, right? I'm going to select my criteria. I need Excel to calculate, to count the number of, and my range. What is my range? This is my range, right? This is my range and this is my criteria. So it's going to calculate, it's going to count all the ones that are all the FISCAP for me. I'll just press enter. Now, if you see right here, I have 182 FISCAP. So what I just need to do is just bring this down and 319 handkerchief. That is, I have 182 people that are qualified for FISCAP and 319 people that are qualified for handkerchief. How many of you are having a dick? How many people are having a dick with this calculation that I just did now? If you know you are having a dick. Ah, my God, this is, you can see that Excel is very useful, right? Okay, I should repeat the count if. Okay, no headache. I don't understand this particular one. Favor. Well done. Okay, let me quickly repeat the count if, right? Before we move forward. So I'm going to clear this content, right? I will say, what if cell M3 is FISCAP? It's also FISCAP. You can have two FISCAP now. If it is, you can only have one FISCAP. If it is also face cap, it's also going to give you the same answer. It's also going to give you the same answer. Do you get Oluwaseun? If this one is also face cap, it's also going to give you the same answer. How do I match? You highlight, then you come in and click on match your center. So let's quickly do that one. I'll say is equal to count if, tab, select my criteria, comma, then select my range and select my criteria. Then I'll close the brackets, enter. Wait till the end. I'll tell you how to get the recorded class. So I'll just drag it down. It's going to calculate. Now notice for that question, this one, who is that? For this one, for this person, Oluwaseun, you said what if this place is also face cap? So now let's change it to face cap. You will see. Face cap, right? Let's write face cap. Let's enter. Do you see? It's going to give you the same answer. It's going to give you the same answer. Do you get it now? Did you get it now? It's still the same. It's going to give you the same answer. Yes. Now, if you know you are feeling like this man that is blowing his head, how many of you feel like you should just on fan on your head now? I don't know why this man is blowing, but how many of you feel like this man now? We feel like this man. How do we then get the value for the handkerchief? You select your criteria. Not yeah, I've gotten the value for handkerchief now, Oluwaseun. I've gotten the value. Who else is feeling like this man? Someone said not me. Any other person? I feel like I'm not enjoying due to network. Can help us this kind of class and YouTube and it's getting interesting. Seriously enjoying you. Thank you very much. Now, we are going to the question and answer section. We are going to answer all your questions. If you like feeling like this man, if you like feeling anyhow, I'm going to answer all your questions. I hope you have all your questions written down. Now we are going to the question and answer section. Before we go to the question and answer section, let me quickly ask you one question. Which is, how many of us here now would like to become a pro at Excel? How many of us would like to become a pro at Excel? Like to know how to use Excel formula? Say me. Okay, Delight, Christiana, Abdulmajid, Oluwatosin. Everybody, right? Everybody wants to be a pro in Excel, right? Now, if you want to be a pro in Excel, you know this, in Excel, you can't learn everything in one class. That's why you are feeling like that, man, right? You can't learn everything in one class. You can't learn everything in one class. So, since we can't learn everything in one class, and we're also trying to help to make sure that everybody has at least basic knowledge of computer, that's why we come up with the Ultimate Excel Bundle. So what are you going to get in this Ultimate Excel Bundle? Just wait before you start running away. So in this Excel Bundle, what you are going to get 6-week live class with me. You are going to be seeing me every single day for the next 6 weeks. So it's called the support system. That is the support system. You are going to get 6-week live class, which is called the support system. Every week, you are going to see me going live. You are going to get done with 2 projects. That is, whenever you are working on any project with Excel and you have issue, you will get access to me directly to help you out, or any other experts from our organization. So you are going to be in class with other experts. So where you are going to be, we are all in Excel community. All the people you are going to meet, they are all learning Excel or currently working with Excel. Another thing, one of the best things you are going to get access to over 40 videos that I record myself. You are going to get get access to over 40 videos that I record myself, in which I talk about over 45 formulas. Yeah, I talk about over 45 formulas, including Power BI. You are going to get that. And another thing, for those of you that are looking for a job, I'm going to show you how to get a job. That is how to make money with Excel. You can start, is either Upwork or Fiverr, and start a data entry job, and also how to create a LinkedIn account that you can use to get a job. Then, apart from that, you will always get data every single month. So you will get access to work with us whenever we are working on a particular data. You get access to work with us. So those are what you are going to get in Ultimate. Yes, we have pivot table, like from the basic to the advanced. There's pivot table, there's Power Query, there's Power BI in that. So there's data cleaning, there's data manipulation, there's data visualization in all those. Those are what you are going to get. So you are going to get pivot table also, slicer, sort and filter. You are going to get that. Now, as you can see, I've been in this business for a very long time. As you all can see, before we were 54, we were 67 to 70 something. Now we are 54, okay, 55 now, right? I know there are a set of people. We have two categories of people. The first set are the ones that will run away, or the ones that are running away now. Those are the people that keep on making excuses. They are very good at making excuses. They are very good at making excuses. Those are the first set of people, the first categories of people. Then another categories of people are the ones that are action takers. They are the ones that take actions. You get? So if you can't be both, that is so true. Is either you are like the set of people that are making excuses, or you are the set of people that are action taker. So it all depends on you. Now, if you keep on making excuses, you are not going to get anywhere. You are not going to learn whatever you want to learn. And in the next 5-10 years, there's no place you won't be able to see paper and pen again. Nobody will be using paper and pen again, and they will be charging a whole lot of money for you to be learning it. So, now how much are you going to pay? I know that is where a lot of people want to know. Like I said, if you know, digital world, we are here to make computer education very affordable and accessible, right? So that is why you are not going to pay 20,000. You are not going to pay 20,000, right? I said 20,000. You're not going to pay 20,000. It's just 3,000. You are going to pay 3,000 naira. Now, before you start making payment, please let me say this. It's just 3,000 naira. But that 3,000 naira is for the first 20 people. Because I've made a lot of commitment, I've made a lot of promises. Now, if you're part of the first 20 people to make the payment, you get access to the course. You get access to the recorded class immediately, and the support system, which comes up every Sunday. So now we have class tomorrow from 4 to 6. It comes up every Sunday, 4 to 6. Every Sunday, that is when the support system comes up. So I'll tell you what to learn, the video to watch. You go and watch it, then you bring it to life. In the live class, we are going to work about it. So I believe that is how you learn. So if you watch it, if you watch me doing it in the video, and you also see me doing it live in the webinar, I believe you should be able to learn and practice more on that. So any question or question? What about for beginners? Yes, the class is for the recorded class is from the basics. That is, it starts from introduction to Microsoft Excel window. It's from the basics. It's from the basics. That is from the basics. That is how to use bold, how to use italic, everything. Start from the beginner to the, that is why we call it the ultimate Excel bundle. Start from the beginner to the advanced. Yes, you can start making your payment now. Once you can start making your payment to this account number. Yes, now that is what you need to learn to become a data entry expert. Yes, you can use it. Yes, you can use it. Any other question? Now, if you have your question, we are now in the question and answer section. Yes, there's certificates. If you need the certificates, but before you get the certificates, there is exam. You are going to write a text. It's not an exam, so it's just text. So you are going to write a test. I'll drop it in the group now, the account number. Is this part of data analysis? Yes, for every data analytics, for you to learn data analysis, you need to know the basics of Excel. Let me unmute. So if you're talking, you can unmute yourself now. Who is this person? Techno. So you can unmute yourself. Just raise up your hand. I'll ask you to unmute. So this TechnoSpark 8P, you can unmute. Unmute yourself. TechnoSpark, please unmute yourself. Are you listening to music?
I have.
Okay. You have what? I can hear you now. So you can talk and I can hear
the money, when are we paying? When can we pay the money?
You can start making the payment now. I said the first 20 people. So you can start making the payment now. Is it nothing? Just drop your
baby
is coming. The baby is coming. Any other? Is there any other question? If you have questions based on what I've done, based on the practical and everything, can you let me know? Is there any other question? This person that's raising your hand. What will the covers? The 3K will cover everything that I've mentioned here. Let's go back there. I just dropped the account number in the WhatsApp group. So this is what the 3K will cover. You are going to get 6-week live class. You are going to get done with you projects, class of other experts. You can send it to the group or send it to me personally. Please, you can send it to me personally so that I can answer you immediately. You are going to get access to the 40 recorded video. I'm going to show you how to create a LinkedIn account. You are going to get access to work with us. Do you get? So if you check in the group, I'm the one that put on black. Just send it to any of the admin or send it to me personally. This is my number, 0916-648-3003. So any other question? Omolara Adeoye, you can unmute yourself. Omolara.
Okay, good afternoon, sir.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Thank you very much for the training. It's really interesting. And sorry, I want to make an inquiry if you do data analysis training because I joined late, so I don't really know if you have mentioned that earlier or something.
We have data analytics. We have data analytics course which covers Microsoft Excel, Microsoft. Please just message me about that. I'm going to answer you. Message me.
Right. I won't be making payment now. I need to get the clarification. Is that okay?
What?
I said I want to get the clarification before making the payment. I said I should message you. Okay, maybe after the class.
This payment is not for the data analytics class. It's for Excel and Power BI course. So it's starting from basics of Excel to some basic level of Excel, which is the advanced level. Then we'll talk about Power BI.
Okay.
So that is what it covers.
Okay.
Your number, please. This is my number. Okay, someone asked another question. How did you get the total sum of all the savings? That is for the savings, right? Let's go back. Must I have a system to join? It's not a must for you to have a system to join. You'll have access to the recorded class that whenever you have question, whenever you have system, you can practice. Will the training cover pivot and if function? Yes, it covers pivot and if functions and if analysis. It covers pivots. It covers basics and advanced of pivot, where we use slicer and slicer timeline. It covers that. Who else? So let me quickly show you how I get the total of this sum. So if you come here, I use something called auto sum. So the formula that I said alt plus equals to, the moment you press this, is going to give you. Now, the reason, yes, the class is on weekends. So the reason why we make the class to be on weekend is because it's not everybody that has time during the weekdays, right? So at your own leisure time, you can be going through the recorded class. Are you getting it? At your own leisure time, you can be going through the recorded class. I'll tell you what to go through within the week. So I'll tell you the course to go through, the video to watch within the week. So once you watch it within the week, then on Sunday, we are going to do practical on it. We are going to do a practical on it. So any other question? Please, my battery low. I've made payments. I need your number to send the receipt. Yeah, you can. If you check among the admin, I'm the one that put on black. I'm the one that put on black. You can send it to me directly, or this is my number 09166483003. Any other question? What time on Sunday? The class is 4 to 6. 4 to 6 every Sunday. Now tomorrow we have class 4 to 6 every Sunday. The class is 4 to 6 every Sunday. Any other question? This TechnoSpark that is raising up hand. TechnoSpark that is raising up hand. This TechnoSpark, please unmute yourself. Type your account number. This is the account number. This is the account number. This is the account number 6256480015 FCMB. So any other question? Any other question before we call it a day? If you have a question, please. I ask you to write down your question. Please call it again. 6256480015. 6256480015 FCMB. Sani Akim Abiodun. Yes, 6256480015. How do I calculate the range? Can you give us an assignment so that we can at least practice with? Yes, now just practice. You can, okay, you know what? Just write, come up with any name and give them any number. Do you get? Now use if formula to get, to give them, to award some things to them. Let's say, yeah, it's certification inclusive. If you need the certificate, please, you can message me. Before you get the certificates, you are going to write a simple test so that I can be sure that, yes, you actually go through everything. That is that about that. Any question? Where can we get data to be able to practice? I'll be dropping the data in the group, in the, I used to drop the data in the advanced group. That is, once you make your payments, the data, I'll drop it in the group. Also, there is data on the courses that I'll send to you. You'll get access to over 45 video. So in that video, there is what is it called? There are data for you to practice. Please, I'll answer everybody. I'm going to answer everybody, but it's after this class. No problem. I'll answer everybody. I'm seeing your message right here, but I can't reply now. I'll answer everybody that messaged me. Any other question? If you have any question, please, before we call it a day. Any question on Excel? If you have any question on Excel, please let me know. If it's about the course, let me know. If it's about Excel, let me know. Where are you having challenges in Excel? Let me know before I call it a day.
Hello, sir.
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, I want to appeal if you can drop this recorded class in the WhatsApp phone because I just came in now. Don't know what might have transpired.
Okay, I'll drop it tonight. I'll drop it tonight.
Thank you, sir.
Recorded class tonight. Any other question? Should we call it a day? I hope at least, please explain the 3,000. Okay.
Hello?
Yes.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, please.
Hello?
I can hear you.
Okay, sir. Please. Okay, I'm sorry for asking. I joined the class very late.
Okay.
Is there anywhere of us getting the lectures so far for today on Excel?
Yes, I'll drop the recorded class in the group tonight.
Okay. Then secondly, sir.
Yes.
Based on the money, the 3,000, is it for the Excel only?
It's for both. It's for Excel and Power BI.
Okay, Power BI.
Yes.
So
Basic
the payment.
Basics.
Yes, sir. Okay, basic. Then the payment, when is it elapsing?
Once the first 20 people. But if you want to be among the first 20 people, just message me and tell me the time you are going to make payment so that I can book a slot for you.
Okay, sir. Okay. I think I'll make payment on Monday. I'll make payment on Monday.
Just message me. I'll book a slot.
Okay, sir. Okay,
Hello.
I'll do that, sir. Thank you.
I can hear you, Catherine.
Yeah. Yes, hello, sir.
Yes.
Please,
this is your network. Catherine, this your network is so bad.
They were having network issue. I've been having network. Please, can you explain about the 3,000? I don't even understand what they are talking about. Okay,
the 3,000 naira. Fine.
Hello?
I can get that one now. I can get your question. So the 3,000
it's bad. That's why I didn't follow well on today's lecture. Please, I want to make that payment, but I want to get the full gist. I read it. I'll go through.
Yes. Now, the 3,000 naira, the 3,000 naira is for it will cover 6 weeks class with Excel, basically with Excel and Power BI. Do you get? After that, you are going to get, whenever you are working with any project or you have any issue with Excel, we will set up one-on-one class with you. That is done with you project. So we are going to sit there and talk about how to work around with Excel project whenever you have any issue with Excel. That is that. You are going to get access to other people too that are dealing with Excel, where you can ask questions. That is that. You are going to get access to over 40 recorded videos, 40 classes that I recorded myself. You are going to get access to that. Then I'm going to show you how to open a LinkedIn account that you can work with. Do you get? After that, you get access to work with us. So whenever we are working on any project, you can join us to work with it. Mr. Akonde Odunola Grace. Is it Mr. or Mrs. or Miss?
Mrs.
Miss. Okay, Miss. Please.
Good afternoon, sir.
I'll answer you after the class. I'm going to answer you after the class. I can hear you, please.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Sir, please, I came late to join the group.
Okay.
I want to ask that how much is the class if I want to make the payment?
3,000 naira. Just 3,000 naira. In that 3,000, you get access to 6 weeks live class. You get access to Done With You projects. You get access to over 40 recorded video on Excel and Power BI. You also get access to, I'll also tell you how to create a LinkedIn account and many other things. You get access.
But can we get something about Word?
With Microsoft Word, right?
Yes, sir.
Join that class. Once you join this class, I'm going to show you how to get access to Microsoft Word.
Okay, sir.
Get access to Microsoft Word and PowerPoint. I'm going to show you.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Please, sir.
Yes.
Book me now. When my network improves, I'll pay.
Okay, no problem.
Hello, sir.
I can hear you. I can hear you.
Thanks, sir.
You're welcome.
Yes, I say book me. When my network improves, I'll pay.
Send me a DM. Send me a DM, please. I'll answer all of you. Just keep sending your message. I'll answer all of you. Any other question, Mr. Abbas?
But the account number is not surfaced yet.
This is the account number. I also drop it in the group. 625480015. I also drop it in the group.
Okay. Okay, sir.
Sorry. So any other question before I call it a day?
Hello, sir.
Hello, sir. Book me. I'm trying to make payment, but network.
Please send me a DM. Send a DM.
Okay, I will do that.
Send me a direct message, please. Please send me direct.
Yeah, hello, sir. Hello, sir.
I can hear you.
Yeah, please check your message. I sent you a message.
I'll check everything.
My name is.
Your name is what?
Yeah, my name is Basi.
Okay. I'll answer all your questions. Answer all your questions, please.
Hello?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Good evening. Sorry, I've been offline for some time. Is there a way we can record this video? Or is there a way you can send us the
recorded class?
The food.
Sorry?
I'll drop the video tonight.
The rice.
By 12.
Okay, the link of this Zoom meeting, right?
Yes, I'll drop it.
Okay, that will be fine. All right.
Any other question before I call it a day? Is there any other question? Please, if you have any other question.
Off your phone. Unplug your phone. How many percent?
Is there any other question? If you have question, please unmute yourself. I'm going to answer all of you that are messaging me right now. Please, I'll answer everybody.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. Is it just Sundays or Saturday and Sundays?
It's every Sunday, 4 to 6. I'll tell you the videos to watch. Then you go through it at your own leisure time within the week, because I know that you might be at work or something. So you go through the video within the week. Then on Sunday, we will bring it to the live class. I will also work on it. I will show you how to do it. Then if you have any other question, that's why we call that one the support system. Once you go through the video, then the Sunday is the support system.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Any other question?
And I've made payment too.
Yes, once you make payment, send me a DM. I'm going to answer.
I've done that. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Now, since there is no question, I hope at least if you make payment or you did not make payment, you at least learned some things today. Did you learn anything today? Please, now, if you have a feedback that you like to give to Digital World, what you think we should improve, some things that you think we can add more to help others, please give us a feedback based on your experience today. Just give us a feedback. If you want to speak, unmute yourself and speak. If you want to type it. Just give us a feedback, what you think we can do better, the way we think we can get more people into tech, the way you think we can assist other people. Please, if you have a feedback, I will really appreciate. Before we call it a day. Any feedback from you to us? What do you think we should work on?
Hello?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, my name is Oluwaseun Fumi. Thank you very much for your time, Mr. Sunny. I really appreciate your time. Then one of the feedback is, I love what you guys are doing. This is going to be my third class, if I am not mistaken, from Digital World. So I believe this is how the revolutionary about IT started in India. So we need more of our young people to appreciate IT. And the only way we can do that is by making it accessible. So one of those is all your videos. I know some of them are on YouTube, so we still need more of them. We need to do promo on them. We need to get attention of young people to get into IT and learn more. Then also, if we can have people who want to organize free class, and those free class, it might, I might be in Lagos now, or you are in Aba.
We are in Lagos. We are in Lagos.
So I know, maybe I am in Aba, for instance, just an example. Now, I organize like 50 young people for a training session. Is it possible we set up a webinar so that you train them? So, and whatever the expenses, one or two, or some few people can take care of it. Can you organize things like that?
Yes, we can. If you need us to organize it, we can. Just send us a DM. We can organize something like that. We are even planning to come up with a physical live class whereby a lot of people can come to learn about the digital world. It's not talking about Excel or any other courses. It's about the importance of computer. So we are also planning that, but due to some financial issue, we don't want to put so much stress on a lot of people. That is why we bring the cost of our course to the lowest like this. So we don't want to put so much stress on other people. Do you get? So that is why we reduce it to this price. And now we are trying to set up a free physical class whereby you can come to know the importance of computer. So we are also trying to promote more video on our YouTube channel. So, but very soon you are going to be getting a lot of video from us. Thank you for that feedback.
I will send you a chat after this class. Thank you.
No problem. I really appreciate it. Anybody else for the feedback? I really appreciate your feedback. Please, I need to tell some of my partners also what we discussed here so that we can put it in a practice. Please, 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 please. If you have any feedback, please let me know. Is there any feedback from anybody? Uluwato Singh Ruth. Salah Mustafa. Yes, I can hear you.
Yes, thank you. I have paid my money. That's what I want to inform you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Mustafa. I answer you, just send me a DM.
Okay.
Okay. Any other feedback? Okay, so we all don't have a feedback, but I believe we get some value today, right? I believe we get some value today. Mr. Bassi.
Yeah, the class was awesome. I really got value from your class, and I'm going to further it by joining the master class to get more knowledge.
Thank you very much.
About this.
Thank you very much. So what do you think we should improve on? Do you think we are okay like this? We should continue the way we are, or we should improve on something?
Maybe by the time I join the master class, maybe I'll be able to know what to after my experience, I'll know what to suggest to you.
Okay. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. So in the absence of no feedback, thank you very much. Thank you for showing up. I really appreciate it. I don't want to take so much of your time, so I'd like to call it a day now. Am I free to go?
Yes.
Free to go? Okay, thank you very much. Thank you all for showing up. Do not hesitate, whether you make payments or you did not make payment, do not hesitate to ask me any question on Excel, on any courses at all, do not hesitate to ask me, please, if you have any question. We are all trying to build a community here. It's not just about the money alone. We are trying to help as much people as we can into this tech industry. So if you have any question on Excel, on Microsoft PowerPoint, on Access, on whatever, just let me know, please. I really appreciate your time. Thank you very much, and God bless everybody. Have a nice day.
All right, same to you. Have a nice day. Same to you. Thank you.